A pyromaniac weirdo and a bunch of burnt bodies. Don't Go in the House was released in 1980, and to be honest, there's not a whole lot special here. Our lead, Donnie, was played by Dan Grinaldi, and he lives with his mother. He comes home one day from work and finds her dead. And this kicks off a weird psyche break, which leads to him luring women back to his house and burning them to death, usually mostly off screen, of course. All because as a kid, his mother roasted his arms to burn the evil out of him or something. He collects a group of women he calls a bunch of liars for some reason. His buddy from work, Bobby, invites him to a disco night, lining up a double date for them, so that means we gotta get a way too long scene of Donnie buying clothes before we get to make it to the disco. There, he ends up scatting out, partly because he has no game at all, and he ends up burning his date with candle wax, I guess, and he leaves after her brother roughs him up with the shittiest punches I've ever seen. He picks up two chicks on the way home, though, because all of a sudden he's got game somehow. He ends up tying these hoes up, but Bobby grabs a local priest and swings by the house to see what's wrong with Don. They find and save the girls, not after the father does a Kane Hodder stunt, of course. In a twist ending, everybody saw coming. The bodies of random women and his dead mom turn on Donnie, and he dies in a flame. And oh yeah, it's sequel hook or something. Donnie is a weirdo who has this echoed voice in his head that I can't really understand, telling him to go burn the evil out of people. Sort of reminds me of Pamela Voorhees or even Norman Bates in a way, although, ironically, this would be the last slasher released before Friday Part 1, which I guess counts for something. The film landed on the video nasty list for graphic first kill and some child abuse stuff for, again, or something, I'm not quite sure. But unless I watched the cut-up version, which I doubt, there isn't really anything I'd call graphic in this movie, especially in comparison to other video nasty classics. Although, ironically, the burn victims are played by dancers because they are smaller than the pre-burn actresses and they look the same size under all the prosthetics. Don't Go in the House was shot in a month and a half, filmed in the Strauss Mansion in New Jersey, a low-income hunt home at the time. Today, it's a museum that shows the movie every year in October. But it's about 2 hours from where I'm at in Jersey, so I'm probably not going to make the trek up there anytime soon. The other buildings of the movie have all been demolished today. Speaking of the buildings, the scariest thing in this movie is actually just the price difference of the groceries there than today. But I saw someone on IMDb claiming this is the second in the Don't trilogy of films. Second to Don't Answer the Phone and predating Don't Go in the Woods Alone. But I couldn't really find anything connecting these three outside of the Don't title. Well, I guess you can kind of say the Don't trailer from Grindhouse, but it's more of like an homage than any sort of connections here. The highlight of the film for me was I watched a movie afterwards, The Undertaker from '87, which I really should review one of these days. And yeah, the highlight of the film was what was on afterwards, if that tells you anything. Don't Go in the House is honestly a bit forgettable. It has some shitty burned corpses, a mommy complex, off-screen kills, some decent pyrotechnics, no final girl, an awesome poster, a man who just wants to listen to music, and the cardinal sin of horror. A slasher killing a naked chick without showing anything. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not already, drop a little subscription down below. Make sure you stay tuned because every day in the month of October, I'm dropping a different horror movie review. I believe they come at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And so keep an eye out for that. And then every other week throughout October, there's a bonus comic video still coming up. I still want to make sure there's still some combo content on the channel. And then throughout the rest of the year, there's combo content every single week, 1 to 2 times a week. Plus, I do the YouTube Shorts where I post stuff on there every day. I got the Instagram, I got the Facebook, I got the Facebook group Fandoms Unleashed where you get a behind-the-scenes look at the whole channel, everything, Connor's Comics, the whole company, all that kind of stuff. So all that is linked down in the description below. And again, make sure you subscribe. Keep an eye out for updating daily videos. And until next time, peace.